All right, so we have Jakobe. Thank you so much, Jakobe. I know you're having a huge family gathering today, so you got a busy day. Thank you so much for taking the time and going to the quietest place you can to chat with us
Yeah.
real quick. But Jakobe, you've been a successful student in the six-figure program, and so I wanted to, of course, interview you. And I guess let's get right into it. So my first question, what were you doing right before the program itself? Like, what were you into? What were you working on? Were you doing any other kind of business or anything like that? Or did you just kind of start from scratch?
I started from scratch. I wasn't working on any other businesses or anything like that. I have a sales slash customer service background, so heavily in like call center work and some other management stuff. And so just your regular, just 9 to 5 is what I was doing. I tried a couple of things in the past that didn't necessarily pan out per se,
Mhm.
programs that didn't pan out, but this one looks solid. And my partner Asia and I jumped in on it, and we believed in the progress and in the program, believed in the program, and so wanted to jump both feet in.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, very typical story, right? So many people with 9 to 5s just jumping in and making transitions, right? So let's
Yeah,
get to some of the like burning questions.
sure.
Everybody always wants to know. So in the program, during I guess since the program, how many contracts, how many clients have you signed off on? How many clients have you gotten?
Gosh, I have to count, but I can say at least 10.
Okay,
At least 10.
beautiful.
And most of those, at least I would say 50 to 60% of those were like multiple positions
So
that they're hiring
volume,
for. Yeah.
perfect. I love it. I always say I gotta love a volume client. They pay in dividends, right? So that's
Yes.
beautiful. So okay, so clients are one thing, right? Clients and contracts and all that. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about
Okay.
revenue. So
Yes.
basically, since joining the program, ballpark, right? What kind of revenue have you been able to generate since you joined up?
Okay, so actual revenue that I've actually gotten paid for is like been
Or
20,000.
projected pipeline too. Go ahead,
Oh, okay,
sorry.
yeah. Yeah. No, I've actually had at my peak like about like $70,000 worth of projected revenue. I've
Okay,
collected 20,000 of that so far.
beautiful.
And so just kind of, climbing. Yeah.
Yeah, 70K, 75K pipeline, 25K collected.
Yes.
Love it. That's awesome. Perfect trajectory for scale. I like that. Okay, so without divulging, the secrets that are in the systems and processes of the actual program, right? Give me an idea of what kind of volume, like output and outreach, that you were involved in doing to get the clients that you got to make the revenue and projected revenue that you have.
Yeah, I was actually doing a lot of cold email. And initially, I wasn't doing a high volume. I also wasn't getting like a huge amount of results initially,
Mm,
but I started ramping up my volume and like hitting like doing like a 500 to 1,000 cold emails a day. And within a month's period of time, I started like having contracts come in. It's like literally there's people that are hungry for recruiters to find them the candidates and staff that they need.
mhm. Yep.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and I teach and preach that all day long. So,
yeah,
yeah, that's the way. Volume is the way. Although we hate to say it, it's a numbers game, right? But at the end of the day, that's a huge part of it. So, that's
yeah.
that's when the wins come. Okay, cool. So you've done well. You've done 75K pipeline. You collected now on 25K of that. And let's just put it this way. If there's somebody that's thinking about joining the six-figure mentorship program and they're on the fence or they've been watching these interviews right here and all that, what's like your biggest takeaway? What's your biggest piece of advice or whatever? What would you tell them that you got the most out of it? Or what would you tell somebody that's thinking about just joining and going full on in recruiting?
All right, and I'm gonna say this because we said this before. You and I have talked on one of our coaching calls and stuff before, and I'm gonna just say this: I'm not getting paid for this. I am getting paid for the work that I'm doing, but Ben is not paying me to say this. All right, I'm gonna tell you flat out: Ben is an amazing mentor, and there's not anything that he knows that he will not share with you. He's been successful. He has proven success. He's continuing to do the business himself. So he has real world experience, and all of that is at your fingertips. So that's the first thing. I've never seen a program like this before. And like I said, I've tried other business things before. They didn't work. What you have here is somebody who's willing to take you step by step. And I'll tell you this flat out. The stuff that he shows you in this program, it's like it's like the system wants you to succeed. Like you would just put it into practice and just do it consistently. There's no way you can't win. There's no way that you're not going to find clients. There's no way that you're not going to gain revenue. There's no way you're not going to be successful. So the only thing holding you back is your own beliefs in yourself and your ability to succeed. At the end of the day, you apply these principles and be consistent, and there is nothing that can stop you, and there is no ceiling that can hold you down. Bottom line. If you're thinking about doing this, don't even think anymore. Just jump in. That's all I got to say.
Wow. Well, I'm humbled. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. And I know you've said, and we chatted before offline, some of those things to me, but I really appreciate that very much. And you're one of a kind, man. You're killing it. You're on a trajectory to just scale and scale and scale. So I'm super pumped up for your progress and your success and all that you've had. So I truly thank you for taking the time to jump on here and do a quick little interview with us. And what I always say is let's do an interview when we hit 7 figures, right?
Let's do it because it's going to happen.
Yep,
It's
absolutely.
happen.
It's already going to happen. So let's just do that. And so we'll meet at that point. But I appreciate you for now doing this and having this interview. So we'll catch you on the next one. All right.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay. Thanks, Jakobe.